measured by their GDP growth. The French Treasury, for example, is receiving about $500 billion year in, year out. The foreign exchange reserves from African countries based on colonial debt they forced them to pay. Former French President Jacques Chirac stated in an interview recently that we have to be honest and acknowledge that a big part of the money in our banks comes precisely from the exploitation of the African continent. In 2008, he stated that without Africa, France will slide down in the rank of a third world power. This is what happens in the human world, the world we have created. Have you ever wondered how things work in nature? One would assume that in evolution the fittest survives. However, in nature, any species that is overhunting, overexploiting the resources they depend on as nourishment, natural selection would sooner or later take the predator out because it offsets the balance.
To feed my kids, to feed my loved ones. It's not because I love to do it or I wish to, but it's the situation I find myself. And maybe I see a life that Biafra is a life, that Biafra is hope, that is the only hope I have, that is the only way my children will not pass through what I'm passing through. I have 3 sons, none of them have touched Nigeria. My son is in US, the other son is in Brazil here. The other one is in South Africa. Is it the life I decided to live for myself? No, my dream was to be a medical doctor. But I ended up being a primary 5 dropout because of what Nigeria did to me. And someone else is going to come and you tell me that my fellow human being is delaying my only hope. And you tell me that I wait for my government before I will do something. I pity those that are in those countries that those saboteurs are, and they still keep quiet and leaving them to walk freely, knowing that these are the people that is holding us down. I keep my mic for here, please. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Asiebu. Our information minister is here, Barawa Sonny. Good evening, sir. You have the mic, sir. Welcome. Minister, can you hear us? Okay. So, can we go to Mazi Anakonam? Anakonam, are you there? You have your hands raised up. Mazi A.
Yes.
What of Eunice?
Good evening, BRGIE.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on, sir. Ladies first. Can we call on our sis? Eunice. Thank you. So, Sister Eunice, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You have the mic, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Good morning, everyone from here. And I want to say a big thank you to my brother, Ifani. It's always a pleasure listening to you, full of wisdom, a man full of wisdom. That's who you are. I want to thank you, my sister Stella. You're doing a great job, co-hosting every time, and it's not easy. I want to thank our information minister and Admiral Wasani. Thank you. God bless you for your tenacity and being resolute. Thank you, everyone in the house. Sister Patricia, Ronnie, Mazbinika, look at the number. All of you, beautiful people. I thank you. Just to keep to the topic. Oh yeah, before then, Mazugo, I twirl for you, Mazugo. No comment there. Sir Williams, I'm sorry. I'm seeing a lot of people here, beautiful people, but I can't keep mentioning your names one by one. I love you all. Otumwa, Agujegbe, Oh my God. Oh my God. You all are wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Mazi Asiebunam, I was listening to him and I was, I almost got emotional, like listening to what he was saying, his experiences and his passion. And I don't know, it's only a devil incarnate that would listen to such words and would still harden his or her heart, you know, about what this freedom is all about and fight against it and not fight for, his or her people to be free from this oligarchy, from this, gender with this slavery we have been into for a long time. Oh, God, have mercy. So, a country of do as you want and go to court. Support BRGIE. You get why. It's obvious, we keep saying it every time. Our leader, Mazen Namdekanu, has said it several times before. He said it before his incarceration, that this zoological republic of animal kingdom is going to be worse than Somalia. And it's happening. It's happening before our own eyes. It's not even up to a decade, he said that, and it's literally happening in our own eyes. A country where I saw a video where I think I said that a few weeks ago, where a supposed, I think, a lecturer in one of the universities in the zoo, he was being asked, interrogated, why are you molesting? Why are you assaulting innocent girls in your school? There was this girl that was crying her heart out, that she's supposed to have graduated for 2 years, I think, over 2 years now, but no way. She is being held back by this same imbecile, this pedophile of a man called a lecturer who is supposed to protect his students, a lecturer who is supposed to stand and protect, be like a protector to his female students. Rather, he is the one molesting them. And what baffles me is that this man was glorying in the atrocities that he has committed and had committed. He was taking pride in such an evil act. Then I begin to wonder if a lecturer and a supposed father of, maybe, I know he must have grown-up kids, if he could on a camera, live camera, say such things, take pride in what he did, what else do we expect from that country? It's not even a country. What do we expect out of such a contraption where there is no rule of law? And he will tell you, you can go to court, because he knows that there is nothing that would come out of court if the girl decides to sue him. The same thing happened in I think Uniport or Unical, I can't remember. This same lecturer, it was reported that some years back, I think in 2017, he was suspended for the same act of assault, molesting female students, sexually abusing them, and he was suspended. Subsequently, he was brought back as a dean or whatever of the school. And the same thing continued. The same evil continued. And the students took to the streets. They were protesting against the man. Now, if I may ask, what has come out of that incident? Nothing. No justice. No justice. Do as you want or go to court. And even when you go to court, there is no justice. Nothing. These victims, they end up dying in silence. Some of them commit suicide. Some of them end up in depression. My goodness, it's so sad. It is a sad situation. And anyone that still supports this evil is bound for destruction. Your destruction is near. You cannot, it can't elude you. That destruction cannot, it must come to you. Even though you're abroad or whatever, wherever you're enjoying, that destruction must come to you. The evil you support will come back at you. It will come back to you. Now I was in the mall yesterday, one of the malls. There's this newcomer in town, and this lady is related to a colleague of mine that went to school, I think 19 years back. And I was very happy to welcome this lady. I went to one of the malls. She was picking a few stuff, and there's this elderly woman that came to me. She approached me like smiling. Usually, when you see, some black people here, they don't even, they carry straight face, and I don't even care. But this woman, she was so gracious. She came to me asking a few questions like, oh, she's new here and she wanted to find out something. I was like, okay, this is this and this is that. She was very happy, and she said, are you from Ghana? I said, no, ma'am, I'm from Biafra. And she said, oh, Biafra? I've never heard of that. What is Biafra? I said, Biafra is the land of the rising sun. In fact, she was like, she stood there like she wanted to know what I was talking about. She got engrossed in my conversation with her. I told her that Biafra is a nation that used to exist. When I was done talking to her about Biafra, she was like, oh, yes, I support you. I want you to go for it, and you will get it. Because, I love the passion in her eyes and the way she spoke against this zoological republic of Banana Kingdom, Nigeria. Oh my God, I was happy. She said, oh, I'm happy that there's someone that is trying to take back their country. There are people that are standing up. I said, yes, we've been on this for some years and we are going to take it. She said, please go for it. Do you know that more than 70% of the crimes being committed in Ghana is done by Nigerians? I don't like them. I don't even associate with them. I said, yes, don't associate with them. If it was before, like when I was a very passionate Nigerian, one Nigerian, Nigerianist or whatever, I would say, oh no, don't say that. But I was so happy the way she was talking ill about that zoological republic. I said, yes, they are evil. Yes, thank you. Thank God you know them. She said, yes, that one of her nephews married from Nigeria, and this lady got killed when she traveled down from wherever she was residing in one of the European countries. That this lady traveled down to the zoo, and unfortunately for her first time traveling after so many years, she was killed because she went to the bank. On her way coming out from the bank, and someone lured her, whatever they said, from the story she told me, that when they found her in a solitary place, her organs were nowhere to be found. That was how she died. And since then, she hated zoo with passion. And I thank God that she has heard about the gospel of Biafra. And I tell you, anywhere I go, the bank, anywhere I find myself, I tell people about Biafra. And if you are not telling people about Biafra, if you're not destroying the zoo of Nigeria, wherever you're resident, I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not promoting the gospel. We have to preach this gospel by destroying the zoo. Anywhere we see anybody and they happen to ask us, where are you from? I start destroying that zoological republic, because it needs to go down. It needs to go down and sink forever. I was glad I bumped into this space yesterday, and it's a Yoruba space. And I was very happy listening to young men and women, even elderly. And I thank God. I said, yes, these people are waking up. Some of them happen to be obedient, and they have repented, and they are joining the Yoruba cause. And, it's not easy. Some of them, like we used to know, but they're coming around. People are beginning to see that there is no hope in the zoo. It is a zoo. It is a contraption. Serve the zoo and come back in shame. Our brother Koiki, in one of his broadcasts, I think yesterday, he said that you keep talking good about how you want Nigeria to exist. 52 years is how long you're expected to live, and you will die. You will die. There was a man lamenting about being asthmatic, and the GSK companies and whatever that they used to purchase their medication from, their Ventolin inhalers, that they have moved from the zoo. A lot of companies have moved, and they now the Ventolin they used to buy 5,000 or 8,000, whatever. Now they are buying for 15,000. Tell me how people are supposed to survive. And he said his salary is 45,000 a month. There are people who don't even get up to 45,000. 20,000. I saw a lady and she told me that her salary is 20,000. She's a teacher. How do you expect such people to survive being asthmatic? The zoo is bound for destruction, as our leader said it. And I thank God that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, is making sure that that comes to pass. And we must support him. We must support BRGIE at all costs. No matter how little, no matter, we must support. It's for our next generation. It's for our next generation. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for taking so much time. I am sorry. God bless you. I yield.
No, we're doing it purposely. Everybody must voice out all we have. Amazi A, you have the mic now. Our information minister, whenever you want to speak, just tell us. I've called you before. Sorry. Mazi A.
My Minister of Information, Sonia Barawa. You're welcome, my brother. And if you're free, please, you come to the mic. I don't know how long this thing is going to last. You're welcome. And the welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Mazi A, hold on. Our minister is here.
You're done. I will speak. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Mazi A, he said you should go on.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. First of all, I greet God Almighty Chukwuke Abiyama. And I also greet our great leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Oku Kanu, and Maz Simon Ekpa, and all the BIAFRANS government in exile and the federal government and BIAFRANS Liberation Army and the resistance fighter and so on and so forth. All those working to make sure that the kingdom of God on earth must be restored. May the Elohim strengthen all of you in the name of Chukwuka Abiyama. I greet you, Mazi Jackson, Jaja God, and also the co-host, Stella. I greet you all for giving the opportunity at this hour to contribute. In fact, sometimes I will stay long learning from your people, educating myself with the wisdom from the men and the women of BIAFRANS. So I don't want to talk because you all are speaking my mind. Our Prime Minister are also doing the needful for all of us BIAFRANS. So those that are saying what are they doing? Only two people come to show their face and they say it's a BIAFRANS Liberation Army. after the declaration in Finland, all of them have disappeared. And our leader, Moses Nnamdi Kanu, said one thing. He said, the zoo have marked for destruction. And you know what it means. That is no remedy. There's nothing that will stop it because it's already marked for destruction. And he said he will destroy the zoo with the truth without shooting a gun. And today, all of us are the witness for what is happening. So, and we are all happy. So, the downfall, the zoo is falling. The zoo is on their knees. The zoo is trembling because we have somebody like Simon, Prime Minister, the ambassador for peace. That is why the zoo is shaking. They try their possible best to make sure that they eliminate him. But God said no. So, zoo started to fall on the day they discharged our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and acquitted him and asked Nigerian government to beg him and pay him compensation and send him to his whatever, to send him back to where they kidnapped him. Up to now, no compensation, no beg, no letter of apology, no nothing. Rather, they continue doing their evil, torturing him, and so on and so forth, thinking that God are not seeing them. But God must prove to them that he is still God, that nobody is God except God, the creator of heaven and earth. So, zoo started, that was the day zoo fall. And I must also tell you that because they did not obey their court order, which discharged our leader, nobody can get justice in Nigeria again. Nobody. Everything have fallen to the floor. That means it has destroyed. Look at the case of Nigerian presidency. You can see that the Nigerian election has become something else. The people that are telling you that your PVC is a power, where are they? Nigerian election has become that whoever the Fulanis want to be, they will support the person and write election and give them, and he pay money. So, and that has become the way again. So people of them are to the election, and when our leader, Prime Minister, said it, many people did not believe. And one thing I like our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Samuel Eba, when they tell you yes, it's yes. And when they tell you no, it's no. So, the Hope have done it again. Have done it again. But I thank God that the BIAFRANS government is here, ahead of them, with our great leader, Master Simon Eba. So, their plans cannot work. They have failed before the time. And another one is that the zoo is irredeemable. You see, these people you see are I didn't call them human beings. They are not human. God can forgive devil than our politicians, Eastern politicians. God can forgive even Jibril, Abiola, Mohammed Buhari, and Bola Tinubu than any of Igbo politicians. Just for example, last time Tinubu came out and said, I want to release someone, our leader, but Hope say no. And since our leader is in this DSS junction, it's only Hope. Hope, I know that is Eastern politicians are there, but it's only Hope that is pushing pressure, putting phone across that they should not release our leader. But in fact, he's already failed. Then, in this case, Nigerian politicians have become that whoever want to be, you pay the Fulanis will give you certificate, give you everything, give you result. You enter there, and nothing will happen. If you come out for protest, they will kill you. Even when you speak with your mouth, and they see it on social media, you become a target. So tell me how Nigerian, the zoo will survive. So what I'm trying to say is that let us support BIAFRANS, those fighting in truth and spirit, and our leader, Prime Minister, and our leader, and also pray for them. Let us pray for ourselves so that we see the Biafra, enjoy Biafra before God call us. You see, there are many mechanisms these people put in place in order to reduce our population by all means, destroy our people, kill our people, DSS will kill our people, police will kill our people, soldiers will kill our people. I know in those days, you can never see a just soldier on the road. But these days, soldier full all roads, Agboro full all roads. Then police and DSS, both in uniform and those that are not in uniform, they are all walking, carrying gun. If you talk, they will tell you, they will shoot you, and they will kill you, and nothing will happen. So, what am I trying to say? That the zoo have fallen. There's no two ways about it. No hope. So, when they come and declare themselves as a leader, they sit upon you, direct you, eat everything, including giving you all sorts of conditions. Just as I said, there's many mechanisms that are put to reduce our people. And as I said, Fulani will kill, herdsmen will kill, police will kill, DSS will kill, and so on and forth. They say people in authority will kill themselves, will kill also the president, will kill for himself. And again, the Biafran road, all the Biafran roads, none of them is good for motorists traveling. And that has become death. That is too much death in our land. Look at, and they are intentionally allow it to be so, because some of the bad road will slow the car down so that the kidnapper will come and kidnap. Look at the one that happened, is it yesterday or day before yesterday? Oh my God. 28 Biafrans died in Imo State as a result of bad road. Sometimes they use Dangote tank and fall and set. When you want to fall, it's inside the market, inside the town, and you will consume many cars and people of our life, and nothing will happen. Dangote will not say anything. Nigerian government will not say anything. Our politicians will not say anything. So it has become normal thing. What is causing all these things? Because of bad road. Here in Ghana,
Mazi, we can't hear you. Are you there? Okay, so let's call on our information minister. Sir Mazi Abarawa, you have the mic now, sir. Since we can't hear Eme. Mazi Abarawa, are you there?
Abarawa Sonia, are you there now? Our minister.
Okay.
Maybe he's still engaged. Call on other people.
Okay.
Please make it 3 minutes. Make it 3 minutes.
Okay, he's here.
There we
Let me round up. Let me round up. Let me round up. Is a call. I receive call, please. So, you see, they use all these things in Nigeria.
Okay. So, our minister, you have the mic. We promise we won't interrupt you again. Our minister, you have the mic.
Hey!
No.
Our leader is in high spirit. Hey, where are they? Where are they? I know they see them again. No. Prime Minister has finished every Mokoko, every Mokwensu. Yagune Chamber 1 of Biafra land has finished every Umochineke, Umokwensu, Umokoko. Our leader is in high spirit. Church and bell people. So even their church and bell has entered into the court system of election tribunal. They go do church and bell for who they carry for road. They go do church and bell for who they fight for freedom. They go do church and bell for who go beat mosquito. They do church and bell for who say make police no enter community go kill person. They go do church and bell for anything as far as one Nigeria is concerned. You must hear church and bell. Warm greetings to BIAFRANS all over the world. I salute all of you from all over the globe. And I salute the wonderful media team who are making sure the fire of Biafra continues to burn the enemies of Biafra. I thank the existence of our supreme leader, Maz. I thank the existence of our indomitable PM. Later. Yeah. The Agone Chamber 1 of Biafra land. I thank the existence of our eternal leader, Dame Odumeko Ojukwu, and the existence of our former president of Biafra, Philip Effiong, and heroes and heroines of Biafra, and gallant men and women that fought to see that human beings survive in the entirety of one Nigeria. Jaja God, please, pick the mic, because I see the network is giving me signal here. Let me fix it first before I come back. Thank you.
Okay, my minister, you're welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for the restoration of our nation, Biafra, and may Elohim continue to strengthen you. You're welcome. We have more 30 minutes to be here. I believe that you'll be back by then, my minister. You're welcome. And Mouthpiece, you're welcome. I see you. Please, Stella, let's continue from where we stop. Let everyone that is going to be speaking now, let's take it to 2 minutes or 3 minutes. In the next 30
Okay, sir.
minutes from now, that's the 7:50, we're shutting down.
Okay, sir. So, but let's give Nande Masil 3 minutes because he's the first time speaking. Masil, are you there? You have the mic. Mr. Masil Nande, are you there? Okay, let's go to okay. Um Agujebwe, you have the mic, 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, Jaja God. Thank you, our information minister. Thank you, every other formidable Biafran freedom fighter, both home and abroad. May your days be long. Moving forward, to contribute my own quota towards today's our freedom gospel liberation. It's quite understanding and clear to those that cares, to those that think critically and analyze issues and that has been following all what that has been going on in that evil contraction called Nigeria. Every what they called, those that are ignorant call it accident, but we that think critically and reason critically saw it as an act of terrorism in our land. Think about it. How many times have you had a trailer fully loaded with fuel got burnt, I'm sorry, in northern part of Zoo? How many times? How many times have you heard about all this what they called incident without knowing that? They knew, but they are afraid to say it because Nigerian terrorist government have used act of terrorism to turn every Dick and Harry into lily cows. And at the same time, they have used our resources to blindfolded and shut the mouth of international frontline medias, and more especially the so-called civilized world that say they believe in democracy and human rights. They are seeing all what that Nigerian terrorist government has been doing, and they all kept quiet. Nigerian terrorist government have used terrorism and economic jihad to create a lot of havoc, to create a lot of frustration, to create a lot of economic meltdown in the society. All this amount to suppress people, to make sure people does not rise to challenge them. But God so kind, our spring leader, the man that sows tomorrow, the man that knows what that is going to happen, he let us know. He educated us. He opened our eyes. He developed and planted this mental toughness in us for us to stand still and to say the truth the way it is and call a spade a spade. He has made us to realize there's no other option apart from separating ourselves from this evil entity. Because they say when one finger touches oil, if care is not taken, there's every possibility that is going to affect other fingers. That is why we started earlier with the present government, Biafran Republic government in exile.
Thank you.
Now they can defend us. Now they can speak for us. Now we can follow them and follow every instruction given to us by them. Thank you. I yield my mic. I know I have exhausted my 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank
Pardon
you.
for that. May our days be long. We must keep it up, please.
Thank you, Agujebwe. God bless you. Can we go to
Bless you.
Biafran Warrior Queen? Biafra Warrior Queen, 2 minutes. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, my beautiful sister. Thank you very much for supporting our Jaja Godson, for hosting him. Thank you. Yes. Before I spoke about the evil Nigerian, but now I want to tell people, because I want to speak about support BRGIE. You get why. And I want to tell you why in my 2 minutes. You need to support our government in Isa, which is leaded by our Odogu one of Biafra land, the lion himself, the dragon, which is ESN. Support him with every fiber in you, with every blood that flow out of your brain, in your vein, because Biafra is bringing good health care to your land. Because when you will be working, there will be work opportunities in your land. And that equity, Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity, that we have been enjoying in this land, that all the resources of our land, they bring it yet in the Western world. Me as a cleaner in a government infrastructure sector where I work, I'm a cleaner, but I have the same benefits of the entire director. I have the same benefit. Our director have 2 months holiday. 2 months. You know what it be holiday? Leave. 2 months leave every year. That is in a year. I work 10 months. Altogether, 2 months and 2 days. And if you count all the holidays to it, it will be 2 months and 2 weeks. Because at times they have 10 days holiday. That is public holiday. At times it will be 9 days. Depends if you don't fall on weekend. Weekend is not hard to eat. So let me just say I work 9 months and a half in a year. That is the same thing the overall director have. You, as a private sector, even the government sector, just sit down and imagine if you are not working, you are taking care of your business. Because everybody is opening small shop everywhere. They are working, they are doing their small business because the government is not paying them even their salary. How long, when last did you go for holiday? Let me ask the question, well, have you ever go to holiday once in your life? Apart from if you are in the city, Christmas period, you'll travel, go village. That is the only holiday you know. You cannot travel. That is what Biafra government in Eza is bringing to Biafra land. When even though you are working in a private sector, when they say minimum wage, like example, the Zoom, their minimum wage is 30,000. Do you know the meaning of minimum wage? Minimum wage is the minimum that they are supposed to be paying, even though you are a private sector or you are a government worker. If that 30,000, you will be sales girl for restaurants. Now that 30,000 is supposed to be your salary. That is the meaning of minimum wage. But
And not only that,
that money.
It's also weekly, not monthly. Thank you.
I actually understand. So nobody is getting that minimum wage. So we even work, you will not, because your guy is a politician, is a big man. You will even work, he will not pay you your money. He will even molest you on top. Slavery. That is what Biafra government in Nigeria is going to bring out. They are taking you out of slavery and bringing you in a comfort zone, in heaven, on earth. Please, my brothers and sisters, wake up from your slumbering and support Biafra government in Nigeria. And this coming Saturday is our fundraising. Please, let us forward our anger. Let us vindicate
the Biafrans that died, the good ones, so that's SUV. Maybe a politician get if any politician dies, it's not of our business. They are Nigerian politicians. Let us go there on Saturday and vindicate our Biafra innocent soul that died in that accident. And the one that have been dying, they have been killing. Even the one that died today, we have not even known about. Let us go to fundraising and go and pay your homage. Go and pay your tithes. Now you know that your pastor, they don't care about you. Your reverend father, they will be praying for you to get money. May you can't pray, give the offering if you know reason. Why didn't they pray for themselves for the money to come to them if they don't know what they are doing? That prayer, they will pray for you. That prayer will not put energy in you. You will go and do all sorts of minor job. You go and work, say your pastor don't pray for you. Go use your energy, take work, finish. You carry the money, go give her for when you sit down in your JJJ. Why you not pray that prayer for yourself? May God bring the money, come give her direct. May you work out your. Does it need to pray for you to, if a country is working? The work I'm working now, I didn't fast 20 days for it. I went out there as my education reached, my cleaning as I be do. I went out there. I know even Sabi speak German, but God just put it on my table. People they ask me, say, how you get this work? Normally, Germany, ask anybody. They will give you 6 months progress site for work. They give me straight life contracts in this work, life contract straight, without no recommendation, nothing. Let me take my 2-leg waka go there. So my brothers and sisters, this is the kind of opportunity Biafra government is bringing to Biafra land. You will not hear your certificate again. Yes, your Nigerian certificate, you will tell everybody that have gone to that Nigerian school, you will still go for another course. If it is 6 months course, before you get an important job, you need to go for course so that they will test you, your ability, so that you will not go there and mess up things for them. Before you get an important job in the government, like in the office, like those good work, you need to go for a course. That is what they do here in abroad. Even though you go to school for another country, you come to any other country, you will go for some course. They want to try your ability. So you can't. Don't you see that certificate is not even valid? So my brothers and sisters, if you are in homeland, please don't allow anybody to deceive you, to sell your fellow comrade. Don't use lie to bring your fellow comrade down. Please stay. If na hungry they beat you, make they carry their evil money go farm, go do anything, go carry wheelbarrow. They do feeling. When I dey outside, they do feeling. Manage yourself till Biafra come. Biafra is coming very soon. 10 years is not forever. 2 months is not forever. 1 year is not forever. But Biafra is closer than you think. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Biafra Warrior Queen, for that wonderful submission. Thank you so much, and we must have to continue. Biafra is our end game, and Biafra is what we're going to have. Our Minister of Information, Sonia Barawa, you're welcome back. Please, you have the mic.
Thank you so much. I see my Minister Jaja God, Minister Sela, Minister Eunice, Minister Biafra Warrior Queen, Minister Akujegbe, Minister Mazi, Ifeanyi Chukwu, Onyeka Chukwu, Minister Patricia Ezinwanyi Owumere, Minister Asibunam, Minister Nnamdi Marcel, Minister Roni, Minister Anakunam, Minister 247, Minister Emeka, Minister Markpeace, Minister Eminike, Minister Archbishop Shimon Kesi, Chima Okoro, Matt Nwa, Biafra Free Energy Tech, Otu Nwa Mwanya Nonso, Paul Ezinne, Faith, Iwunne, Cyprian Ebere, Mary Telcam, Donatus, Chinwe. I salute all of you, all the ministers in the house. Forgive me if I don't count your blessings and name them one by one. You're all good to go. Like I said before, salute you all ministers of the media department of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile, because you guys are doing amazing work in all ramifications. You may not understand what you're doing now, but history will speak of you. What we do in life echoes in history. What our heroes of 1966, January 15 did, continues to echo in history to this very day. That is the foundation that shook one Nigeria, that they got to understand that as they wanted to massacre everyone, that as they wanted the jihad to play out in 1966, that there were some set of people that could stand their ground to say, enough is enough. And it is on this very note that when they sit back, they recollect and remember people like Zoku, Obozi, remember the rest of them that line up to make sure the coup of January 66 was carried out. Then the fears in them continues that the Biafran people are too brutal and they are resistive. The January 16 coup was not for Biafra, it was not for Igbo, but it was for a better Nigeria. Be like say I go change phone. I dey come back, make I change this phone, I beg. Because what I'm saying, the signal is coming bad. Jaja God, please, pardon me.
Thank you so much, my minister. Thank you so much. We salute you. And we must have to continue. Biafra is our goal. Thank you so much for coming and making our time to be here. Nnamdi, have you spoken? Stella, has Nnamdi spoken? Can anyone hear me?
Is my voice coming out now?
Yes, you muted yourself. I thought you were done.
No, I did obtain permission from you that I needed to switch the phone because the signal I'm getting from this side was bad.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Wachineke.
Thank you
So,
much.
the January 16 coup of 1966 was not for Biafra. It was not for Igbo. It was not for the eastern region, but it was for a better Nigeria. A better Nigeria. One Nigeria. To see that people in the far north will not be massacred, people in the west will not be massacred, and people in the east will not be massacred. That was the sole aim of the January 15 coup of 1966. While they now later turned it to become the Igbo coup and the Biafran coup, you saw that businesses were ongoing in all parts of Nigeria, and everything were happening in Paripazo. So the whole thing now was stage managed against the Biafran people in the eastern region. What point are we making here and what are we connecting? That a country of do as you want and go to court, support us as we spell BRGIE to you is what you should listen to. Super rigging, that was as at 1954 to 1970s. You heard super rigging. That one Nigeria, the caliphate headed by the British, they can do super rigging in the elections. So that is why in 2022, a country of do as you want and go to court must exist. And in 2023, the Biafran people, through their prime minister, under the umbrella of the government, the Biafran Republic government in exile, says enough is enough. Many of you may not understand what you have achieved in no election in Imo State, which we just concluded, and then you saw the clean sheet. It's not an easy thing to speak, and the Biafran people will obey you unanimously without mincing words, without any altercation or any compulsion of any kind. The Biafran people took heed to no elections in Imo State. And you can see videos where one Nigerian terrorist government, through their media handles, were covering the event and telling you that the people of Biafra have lost their interest and trust in one Nigeria. They no longer validate one Nigeria, and that even the youth have made it a caricature by doing what? Playing football in the street of Biafra land. While a so-called election of a purported criminal country who claims to be the judgment of massacre in Africa, judgment of corruption, judgment of raping and maiming and destruction of lives and properties, judgment of reintegration of terrorists into the community to finish what they had started long before now, judgment of election riggers, judgment of drug baron president, because it's only in one Nigeria that we have leaders that have licked us dry, but we are still praising them. We fight for power, yet they go in there to destroy our future and our lives. We even kill our own just because you want the next president or leader to be in power. I give you an example. Anyandi Igbo group was formed during the elections of 2023 of Igbo presidency. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, the governors of the East and the elders, they came under the umbrella of WIC, World Igbo Congress, to summon the PM and the cabinet of Biafran Republic Government in Exile. And this was at the eve of a Yamufu massacre. Before and inside and after, Yamufu was invaded, women and children were massacred, and all you could see the elders of Biafra land do was to come together to summon us to come and tell them, why are you attacking the chances of Peter Obi Igbo presidency? You did not hear anything like, we are coming to liaise with you to see how we can intensify the defense mechanism that we have put in place, which is the ESN, to make sure we fight and expunge the terrorists from Biafra land. No. All you heard was, why are you fighting Igbo presidency? Allow our chances to go, because it's the only chance that we have. And if we don't grab this chance, oh, we will never get it again. I thank God that what you people said have come to pass. As you have not gotten this time, you will never get it again. He say, you will never get it again. If you like, continue to wait till 2000 or 2200 or 2500, you will never get it again in this generation. Because Biafra has come to stay, and all of you will go and rule Nigeria inside Nigeria, not in Biafra land. Anyandi Igbo group now was formed. They said they were going to use our Anyandi Igbo group to do what? To intensify their efforts on the security, to make sure Biafran Republic Government in Exile do not stand their ground, to make sure elections does not hold. This is how you saw the massacre of Biafrans coming out from some places. This Anyandi Igbo group was formed by WIC and the governors in the East and all the senators, the traditional rulers, and all the criminals that are involved. Just to do what? To fight, kill their own children, to be able to put a criminal into power because of their criminal interests that will come back to them at the end of the day. So as it goes, a country of do as you want and go to court. Do as you want and go to court will continue to exist for them, because you saw the accreditation papers of Imo State elections. One person was accredited in a particular ward, and at the end of the day, you saw that 500 were later imputed into the beavers. Where did these people come from then? Another place will show that 50 people were accredited. At the end of the day, 700 were now imputed into the beavers at that same place. So as you finish now, they tell you, go to court. Do as you want. I so much appreciate the person that spoke before, who said that since they have bastardized the legal system in one Nigeria by not obeying their court rules on the jurisdiction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which in the first place is fraudulent and is against ethics, because their Anti-Torture Act of 2017 says that anyone that partakes or have an idea or knows anything about just even a conspiracy, or you even stand for window, the year when they conspire, they think of, say, they want to kidnap person, or they want to kill somebody, or they are planning, or you even saw when it is happening and you don't raise alarm. According to the Anti-Torture Act of 2017 of the fraudulent one Nigeria, that you are liable to face a jail term of over 20 years. So, the people that harness the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the torture, and then later wicks him blindfoldedly from Kenya to Nigeria, are the same people that are breaching the same laws and the same Anti-Torture Act of 2017, which they amended and kept for themselves. So when we tell you that there is no constitution, there is no rule of law in one Nigeria, you need to understand from this standpoint. Because even the constitution that they carry for hand, it is not a constitution. It is a degree that is made of the military. Because if it were to be a constitution should have been something that is constituted for the people, by the people, and to serve the interests of the people, but not to stand against the interests of the people and the will of the people and to serve the people. So what you see in one Nigeria is that it is a country of do as you want and go to court. And the court you hear of is in the hands of the oppressor. You cannot go to the court of your oppressor who wicks you away all the way from Kenya, bring you to Nigeria to lock you up, and you are expecting that same court of the oppressor to be the one to smile with you and then release you. Before they kidnap you, before they kidnap our leader, they kidnapped him for a purpose, because they saw he has become a nightmare to them by doing what? Exposing everything that is happening in the whole world today. He prophesied about Hamas and Israel. He prophesied about Ukraine and Russia. He prophesied about the genocide and the massacre ongoing in one Nigeria today. That is why to every mumu and to every moron that will call themselves seers and people that God sends message and people that ancestors sends message, who cannot see their left from the right, neither can they see their backside, who cannot even tell what tomorrow will be, who cannot even tell what the solution can be, who cannot even tell the plans of the Fulani terrorists against the indigenous people in one Nigeria, who can't even see beyond their 4-square room, who can't even see beyond their veranda and beyond their balcony, who are putting their fingers in their nose, talking rubbish that they are sent by God. When you see them, spit on them and give them a very big slap. Because if they had seen well, they would have seen the dangers that was waiting to loom in their own communities back home. If they had seen well and they know how to make use of their solutions and their juju that they claim and their ancestors that is talking to them, they would have known how to invoke the powers of their ancestors to destroy the enemies that is coming into their communities. I wonder why their juju or their eye sayings or their prophecies know they see and give solutions of how to quickly and easily kill Fulani terrorists. But they can see visions of how to easily get rich. They will preach and give you solutions to how to easily get rich and how to easily destroy somebody. But how to easily destroy the terrorists and the real enemy that is coming against the indigenous people, they cannot see it. So a country of do as you want and go to court will continue to exist and happen to many of you as far as you continue to be shouting Nigeria, Nigeria, one Nigeria. On the shout of one Nigeria, BIAFRANS will line up and then shot to death in 66 to 70s during the genocide. On BIAFRANS, hearing that the federal military government are in their communities, all they thought was, oh, since there is chaos in the land, we see the federal military government coming in. Oh, they are coming to our aid and they are coming to make peace. They now came out in numbers, young and old, and then they started singing the praises of one Nigeria, hoping that it is to their salvation, hoping that it is to their refuge. But what did they do? Order was given to segregate the women from the men, and then pick out every living thing that is a male from the age of 4 upward, line them up and shoot them to death. Every provinces and counties of Biafra land, this is what happened. All the way from Enugu to the last place like Oron in Akwa Ibom. There is no place that was exempted. The same way you were massacred in one end of Biafra land, it's the same way that was done to the other end. That's why there's a video where you saw when the volunteer armies of Biafra were now moving from Ikodegbene into Uyo Road. They said, they called the journalists and said, come and video because we are taking them down. We are now at Ikodegbene Road and then we are now moving into Uyo main town. This is to tell you that the mobility was massive. But we thank those men and women who laid the foundation for us to understand that we can never continue to remain as slaves in our motherland. Because if we continue to remain as slaves, the terrorists will continue to feed fat on our generations to come. In this very generation is where we put a stop to all the madness. In this very generation is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped, and it is this very generation that the end of the zoo terrorist country Nigeria has come. And we thank the man that God has given us, the Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land, the great finisher, who is standing his ground in all angles to make sure we fight to the finishing line. If you are here this very time, and God has given you the opportunity to be amongst the liberators of mankind in Biafra land, please sing praises to Chukwu Okike, because we have come to finish what our ancestors started, and we are not going to pause it halfway, but we are fighting to the finishing line. I thank you all, and I drop the mic from here.
Thank you so much, my minister. Thank you. Nigeria, from the day one, is structured to breed criminals and to make sure that the citizens are enslaved. That is why they made it in a way that you will do everything and get away with it. All the points that you have stated out is the main reason why we are fighting. That we will never return to this terrorist enclave that have killed our mothers, killed our children, just to maintain their status quo. Thank you so much, my minister, for coming. And I call on Nnamdi. Nnamdi, if you're there, or meet yourself, you have only 3 minutes.